are rebuilding the Washington Wizards. Now, for the last like 20 years, it feels like the Wizards team building strategy is have a promising young shooting guard, overpay him, and kind of suck. We're going to avoid that cycle today. The Wizards have their first round pick. It is top 10 protected, so we just have to suck this year, which won't be hard. We only won 15 games last year, and I actually went to one of those games, believe it or not. We've got some building blocks. Bilal Coulibaly, 20 years old, kind of a good driving to the rim, small forward. Alex Sarr, they just drafted number 2 overall. I'm not a big Sarr guy. I don't think he's going to be very good, but we're going to try to build around him. He is 7'1", which is big, but my man is only 205 pounds. Okay, I could body this guy in the post. We also got Carlton Carrington. I think he's called Bub Carrington by a lot of people. Could be wrong on that. Another young guard we could do. So obviously we've got some trade chips. Jordan Poole, not sure what his value is in real life. Kyle Kuzma, weird signing. Jonas Valanciunas. I think this guy's a pretty legit good center, and it's kind of weird that at 32 years old he signed with the Wizards, but we're gonna trade him. I'm gonna simulate to Christmas Day and then make some trades from there. So we are 10-17 on Christmas Day. That's really not too bad. First order of business, let's trade Valanciunas. My man is getting paid $10 million a year. I mean, I feel like this is one of the best contracts in the entire NBA. We should be able to get decent value for this. My problem is I want draft picks because I don't want anyone who's going to help me too much this season. All right, I'm going to trade Jonas Valanciunas for Jose Alvarado and this little pick swap. Jose, hopefully I can re-sign him for a similar salary to Jonas in the future as my backup, guard. Kyle Kuzma is another guy I feel like a lot of contenders are going to want to trade for. He can shoot, he's got size, he can attack a closeout. I know he's kind of a clown on this Wizards team, but he should have value. All right, I'm going to trade for Lonzo Ball. Lonzo's an expiring. Maybe the Bulls don't want to have to bring him back. I like that for us. And Jordan Poole, I just don't think this guy's a serious basketball player, man. I don't know what it is with this dude, but I just don't see it with Jordan. I can't find a trade that I really like. Malcolm Brogdon is an expiring. Can I just get some sort of draft compensation for my man Malcolm here? This team has a lot of trade pieces. All right, Kevin Huerter and a first round pick from the Sacramento Kings. I don't know if that's going to be really worth it, but we'll see. We definitely have a bit of a goofy team here, but honestly, I just want us to be bad. That's really all that matters. And I want Coulibaly to get better. So obviously the Wizards plan is kind of the real life plan they've got going on right now. We are just tanking because this NBA draft class that we've got coming up is pretty stacked. Cooper Flagg would be an awesome addition next to Coulibaly and Sarr, as would Ace Bailey, or we could go with Dylan Harper. We could go with VJ Edgecombe, Nolan Traer. There are different options in this draft class, and honestly, I don't think we can go wrong with any of them. At the end of the season, Alex Sarr managed to win Rookie of the Year, averaging only 9 points a game. Only 58 from the free throw line. This guy's maybe not good, but he was Rookie of the Year. Obviously, we missed the playoffs, and the Timberwolves won the chip. We ended up going 34-48, so we better get top 10 in this draft lottery, because otherwise we are screwed. We have the 6 best odds, so I don't love that, and we end up with the 7th pick in the draft. Ooh. That's not good. So obviously the Jazz, Hornets, Trailblazers, and Nets in that top 5 need to make a pick. The Rockets are already in a decent spot. Wondering what it'll take for us to trade up to the 4th pick. I was hoping the Rockets were going to send me a counter offer, but they're not going to do that. Okay, so let's see if maybe we can throw in something else. Our Suns pick, and we'll give them that Kings pick we traded for earlier in the rebuild. Maybe the 7th pick and Jordan Poole. Okay, now we got rid of Jordan Poole. We moved up in the draft. That's what I'm talking about. So Dylan Harper goes number 1, stud shooting guard. Number 2, Ace Bailey. Number 3, Cooper Flagg. So we missed out on those guys, but there is still Nolan Traer and VJ Edgecombe. And we know that the Wizards love to build around their shooting guard. So we're going to go with Edgecombe here. So he is going to be our building block of the future. 77 overall at the age of 19. Pretty damn good. So we have a lot of cap room. We could try to bring somebody in, try to help out the rebuild a little bit. Personally, I like the idea of trying to bring in Jalen Duren here. I don't know why he's an unrestricted free agent, but I'm not going to question it. I'm going to try to bring back Lonzo Ball. 20 million is a lot for Lonzo. Maybe we can do 18.5. Okay, Lonzo and Jalen both wanted to come, and I still got like no cap room. And Steven Adams is a free agent here. We can try to get Steven. I don't know if we're going to win the Steven Adams lottery. I'm just going to throw him a 1-year deal. I don't feel like we don't need too much out of Steven here. All right, little Steven Adams 1-year deal. There we go. All right, so Alex Sarr, Jalen Duren, our 2 best players are centers. I think I'm going to see if we can play Sarr at the 4, Coulibaly at the 3, Edgecombe at the 2, and Lonzo at the 1. I feel like there we go. That's a good lineup. Lonzo, Edgecombe, Coulibaly, Sarr, Duren. We are really lacking shooting. Koulibaly's not got a great jump shot. Sarr doesn't have a great jump shot. Jalen Duren doesn't take jump shots too often. Lonzo can shoot. Not a lot of shooting. Kispert off the bench is a great shooter. Carrington here has a good jump shot, and I'm wondering if I should just start him instead of Lonzo and let him be our point guard of the future. I think we're going to do that, even though we brought Lonzo back. He's a good bench player for us. The odd man out in my rotation now is Jose Alvarado. We just don't really need him. Let's see if we can do anything with him. All right, we are going to trade Jose Alvarado, Sadiq Bey for a Knicks pick. Matisse Thybulle. I'm guessing the Knicks just need some better depth. We lost a lot of moves, but we got an interesting team. Carrington, Edgecombe, Koulibaly, Sarr, Duren. Again, the shooting is going to be a huge issue, but we'll figure it out. You know, we got shooting off the bench. Off the bench. So our offensive focus is definitely going to be getting to the basket. Yeah, here we go. Let's go to, I don't really think we're going to make too many trades. This year, we've got our own first round pick, and we have the best pick between the Bucks and the Pelicans. So we're going to go to the day before the trade deadline and see how the team does. I don't expect us to be great, but I kind of think we're going to be decent. Hopefully we fight for a play-in spot. That's my goal. Early on here, it looks like we're actually pretty good. Surprisingly so, we're very good. I don't really understand that, but I'm not going to question it. Somehow we are 33-16, #1 power rank, #1 conference rank. Dude, 2K. Realistically, we're more like tied for first. These teams are also pretty good. Points per game, I mean, we are 8th in the conference, and we have like the best defense in NBA history. We're only allowing 97 points a game. Yeah, it looks like we just got some defensive monsters or something with Duren and Koulibaly, and I think those guys have the potential to be great defenders. I'm just a little surprised how good we are as an overall team. Edgecombe is leading our team in scoring. Then we got Duren, Kispert off the bench. Great shooter. Koulibaly, Lonzo. I mean, we just got a really nice balanced team. Alex Sarr is still not playing very well, but I mean, this guy's shooting under 40% as a power forward. This guy, it's rough with Alex Sarr, but the team is winning, so I'm not going to question it. We're going to plow ahead. I mean, I don't really have a choice. The team's good. No reason to make a trade here. I think long term, though, what are we going to do with Alex Sarr? Like, realistically, what are we going to do with Alex Sarr? Because we're winning games, but he is not good. I don't know. If we're going to allow only 96 points a game, I guess you don't have to be good on offense, but it's a little scary how bad of a scorer he is. Doncic, the MVP. Cooper Flagg ended up winning Rookie of the Year. 16.6 points a game. I mean, Cooper Flagg had a good rookie year, but Edgecombe averaged more points, so maybe we got a good rookie, man. I mean, I know we got a good one, but somehow none of our guys made the all-defense first team or the all-defense second team. And the top 5 picks in the draft were the Roll Rookie first team, so it's a good thing we got in there. We ended up with the #2 seed, a clean 52-30. Our defense regressed a little bit, but still just a super dominant defense. Now here in round 1, we've got the Hornets. This is actually a kind of a tough matchup. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Ace Bailey, Miles Bridges. I mean, that is a great rebuild for the Hornets. That could be a rival team for us. I mean, they're kind of better up and down the board, but Jalen Duren, we're going to own the paint. You know, they're playing a little bit more small ball. We're playing a little bit more big ball. Let's see where this takes us. Round 1, we beat them 4-2. All right, next up, we've got the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, Hart, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns. We all know this team. I feel like if our defense is only going to allow 96 points a game, we could actually win this one too. Obviously, if this was a real series, I don't really see how the Wizards would win, but we're up 4-1. The Boston Celtics lose to the Atlanta Hawks, which they seem to do a lot in the regular season, but they usually patch that up by the playoffs. The Hawks got Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Rishas Shea, Jalen Johnson, and Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm just not going to make a game plan. I haven't needed one. We are a dominant team. We just won 4-1. Ant-Man averaged 37 in the West. Jalen Duren averaged 15 to win Conference Finals MVP for us. How are we in the NBA Finals right now? Our best player is Jalen Duren. I mean, we have a well-rounded team, but this is like, you know, when the Heat made the finals 2 years ago with that ragtag team, they still had Jimmy Butler, who was playing like a 99 overall for most of their games. All right, I'm just going to simulate the first 2 games. They take game 1. They take game 2. Okay, I think this makes sense. Yeah, we lose 4-2. We a little early for us to be in the finals. A little early for us to be in the finals. We got to really rebuild this team. So here we go with the draft lottery. I don't think we're going to be in the lottery. The Bucks and the Pelicans are both good teams, but we end up with the 9th pick because of the Milwaukee Bucks. Kind of want to see if anyone will trade for this pick. I don't feel like we need it necessarily. Can I just get more draft picks in the future? I mean, we could get Trey Murphy for 2 picks. I like that. I like Trey Murphy. That's some shooting. We need shooting on this team, honestly. Now, the only thing about adding Trey Murphy to our team, I mean, we just have a lot of guys on the bench we don't really need. Of course, we're going to announce the right stuff. Thibault and all these dudes. We do need to replace Steven Adams on our bench, though. That is going to be important. And we actually miraculously have cap room. Yusuf Nurkic, this guy's not bad. I think he's going to drop once we get to player progression from this 80 overall, but a little 2-year deal, maybe. I'm excited to have Nurkic on the team. The team is looking nice. Corey Kispert got a little bit worse. Nurkic got a little bit worse. That's okay. About Kispert, it's fine because we got Trey Murphy. Same role, same shot diet, all good. Carrington got better. Edgecombe got way better. I mean, I think this team now, still not really a title team, but in terms of if we can just play really good defense, I mean, we just have enough overall depth. We've got more shooting now. I think this team's in a better position to like make a legitimate run and not a fluky run like I think we just did. So same starting lineup as last year. Carrington, Edgecombe, Koulibaly, Sarr, and Duran. Off the bench, Lonzo Ball, Trey Murphy, Corey Kispert, and Nurkic. Distributing point guard, our center, and then Kispert can play the 2 or the 3. Murphy can play the 3 or the 4. We've got pretty much every position covered. We've got shooting on a lot of these guys. I feel like they fill in a lot of the gaps that our starting lineup has. So I'm pretty stoked about the lineup, to be honest. I feel a lot better about this team than last year's team. We're going to simulate until January 1st and see if we're still a good regular season team like we were last year. I don't like that we're losing to the Hornets and Timberwolves, 2 teams we're going to see in the playoffs most likely, but we'll see how we do overall. All right, so on January 1st, we are 29-4. We started 2-2, and then we went 27-2 after that. Oh my God. We're allowing just under 100 points a game, and we are scoring 117 points a game. We have a 17-point differential. We're winning every game by an average of 17 points. We are literally the most dominant team in the history of the NBA right now. I don't think we're going to sustain that. I really don't. Edgecombe is up to 22 a game on really good efficiency. Duran's efficient. Alex Sarr, it's still not really great efficiency-wise, but it's better. It is better. No, honestly, I feel like we're kind of in a good spot. I'm going to simulate to the end of the season. I feel like we don't really need to make any changes here, so I think it's time for us to make our title run. We're a damn good team. Oh my God, Luka Doncic signed with the Milwaukee Bucks and then won the MVP. That's a bit scary. Unfortunately for us, it looks like we had no all-NBA players, but yet we were the first seed in the league. We didn't finish as strong as we started, 64-18, which is just a really good record. I'm scared of Milwaukee, which has paired up Luka and Giannis, although it looks like they're lacking some depth around them. I'm also scared of Charlotte, who's got LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Ace Bailey. I mean, this is just an incredibly good. I just feel like when I look at these other teams, they're a bit better than us, but I think just this gigantic size we have is really our strength. In round 1, we've got the Indiana Pacers, Halliburton, Siakam, the gang. I'm going to simulate the round, and we win 4-1. Now, round 2, we've got the Hornets. I'm a little afraid of the Hornets. I mean, this team did beat us twice in the regular season. We take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3. I mean, was the regular season a fluke? It was a fluke. And we've got Milwaukee, Giannis, Luka. Oh, man, that's a bit scary. This Luka-Giannis combo is just kind of disgusting. All right, game 1, they take game 1. Game 2, we take game 2. Game 3, they take game 3. Game 4, they take game 4. Game 5. Okay, come on, can we get the 3-1 comeback? We force a game 7 in Washington. In Washington, come on. Wizards fans, stand up. Let's go. Come on, we can't let them in our nation's capital. We can't let this team of non-Americans take us down in our nation's capital. But they're going to do that. No. Oh my God. And the Timberwolves are back in the finals. Okay. All right. It still felt a little early if we were to win it this year. The Bucks ended up winning the chip. So next year is going to be our year. I can feel it. We just needed more time for our guys to get stronger. We have the 29th pick in this year's draft. I don't think we're going to really be picking a difference maker here. We're going to take, John Cardinal. This guy looks like the guy who just won World's Sexiest Man. I forget his name. John Krasinski. Kind of looks like him. We're going to take him. And it's not even a 73 overall. Not a terrible terrible pick. All right, the only reason we're here in free agency is because I'm trying to bring back my man Bilal Coulibaly. He's at 22 years old, 85 overall. This guy's a stud. Welcome back, Bilal Coulibaly. Jokic and Wemby are still free agents 6 days into free agency. Okay, so the team is looking good. Sar is somehow our highest rated player. Edgecombe didn't take as big a leap this offseason, but our bigs are still humming. Coulibaly's up to an 8 3-pointer. That helps our shooting a lot. All right, I think this is the year, man. We've got a great team. Running back the same lineup from last year, although we need a backup. Keyshawn George, this guy was deep in our bench. He progressed all the way up to a 79. Gonna see if we can try to maybe make a move to get a better backup big somehow. Keyshawn George, Nurk, and maybe that Kings pick. Can I fetch a pretty decent backup big with the salaries in this pick? Can I do it? I can get Onyeka Okongwu. He's an expiring, so I'm wondering if the Hawks were not planning on bringing him back. And I get this Hawks swap with this Kings pick that we offered up. So I like this trade for us. We're going to make it. So same starting lineup, but our bench, man, we got Lonzo, Okongwu, reuniting these high school teammates. We got Trey Murphy and Corey Kispert. I like the way the team is looking. Is this going to be our year? I really hope so. I'm going to go to the day before the trade deadline. If it seems like we are not dominant enough, we are going to make a move. It might be Sar, who I think at this point in the rebuild will have a lot of trade value because he's just not efficient. So we'll see where he's at. We'll see where the team's at when we get there. So the day before the trade deadline, we are 39-11. We are tied with the Cavs for the best record in the conference. They actually have a better defense than us, which is what was propelling us all of these years, but we have a way better offense than them. We're pretty much tied with Charlotte for first in offense. I'm wondering if, Sar's got A+ inside D, A+ perimeter D. I just feel like the defense is really a big part of what we're doing here. All right, we're going to run with the team. I just tried to do a bunch of trades, nothing that made sense. We're going to run with this team again. We could win the title. We are literally power rank first. We have a great defense. We have a great offense. I just feel like something is still missing. I still don't love the way Milwaukee is just looking intimidating at us. I know we just beat them by 27, but they're intimidating, man. All right, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 26 points a game. Wemby on the Nets, who, by the way, expiring contract. Just keeping tabs on that. 23 for the Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, we don't have any NBA first-teamers. That's our problem. We don't really have that star player, although Edgecombe at 88 overall did make second team for us. My man averaged 27 points a game, 50% shooting. He's kind of our centerpiece player. I know his overall doesn't make it seem like it, but he is. Here in the first round, we've got the Orlando Magic. They got Stephon Castle, Paolo Banchero. This team's all right, I guess. I think we can beat this team. I'm going to simulate the round. We sweep them. Pacers again, we played last year. We're going to simulate the round. We beat them 4-1. Now, we went 67-15. The Cavs were a 58-win team. They're pretty good, but not as good as us. We take game 1. We take game 2. They got game 3. They got game 4. We got game 5. It's going to a game 7. If we lose in our home court 2 years in a row, I'm going to be so upset. Please don't let us lose 2 years in a row on our home floor. Come on. Come on, man. 67-win team. We should not lose to anybody. We are back in the finals for the first time since the second year of this rebuild. Edgecombe with 25 points a game to get his conference finals MVP. Now we got the Oklahoma City Thunder here. They averaged 127 points a game. Holy guacamole. Shea, Ian Jackson, Asar Thompson, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to make of this team. All right, game 1. They take game 1 by 2 points. They take game 2. Oh, we're going to get swept. Maybe not. All right, are we going to force the comeback? We forced the game 7, down 0-3. Going into Oklahoma City. Balls to the walls. Wizards, cast some spells. Ring the bells. 2-point game in the third. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, we did it. We did it. We brought a championship to Washington. VA, Edgecombe, 33 a game, 7 rebounds, 60% field goal. Oh my goodness. In the deciding game, Edgecombe pulled it out for us. Sar. Honestly, the rest of the team didn't do much. Everyone just put up double-digit points, though. Well-balanced team. We did it. We brought a chip to Washington. Wow. Okay. That was one of my favorite rebuilds of the year. That was definitely a different type of team than we've built in the past this year. But we did it, man. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button. Click up here to watch me rebuilding with rookie Kobe Bryant in the modern NBA. That was a fun one too. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.